Hi guys, so today, we're really doing food colors. So first we're doing like this, and like fruit, and like that stuff. Maybe not vegetables. I'm gonna like carrot. Maybe salad. Kind of like salad. Okay, anyways. So there's the strawberries, and this is like black, or purple, whatever you want to call it, and this is red. So, I'm gonna eat video. Eeny, meeny, money, mo. Catch, if you have a video called Eeny, meeny, money, mo. Okay, then it's That's delicious. Wait, hold on. It's my iPad. I'm gonna put my birthday. Party music. Oh, have you watched Encanto? Oh, bruh.
Just different kinds. Maybe you need a little. Maybe you need a lot. At H&R Block, get the expert tax help you need, online and in person. Help is here.
Yeah, is it Encanto? Tell me if you have seen the movie.
My cousin's ceremony is tonight.
What's his gift?
We're gonna find out.
What's your gift?
Who's asking?
Us?
Well, us. I can't just
Go.
I'm only part of the amazing Madrigals.
Who's on the amazing
Oh, you're not gonna leave me alone, are you? Casita, help me out.
Doors.
Let's go. This is
It's the music that we love on the sun. Miami, perfect constellation. Star, then everybody gets to whoa, and we're around this show. Whoa,
There's just a lot you simply got to know. So, welcome to the family Madrigal.
oh, it's really juicy.
Madrigal, we're on our way.
You know, it's juicier version. Yeah, sweet.
Remember all the
Alright, relax.
There's push me there.
possible to relax everything. What are your powers? Just talk, whatever you want to do.
That's why coffee's gone. Making a bed back the moon as the weather. Was the happy way. We are. And you don't want another eat all this.
If you're impressed, imagine how I feel, Mom. Welcome to the family Madrigal, the home of the family Madrigal. Hey, come through. I know it sounds a bit fantastic, so
That's strips.
but I'm part of family Madrigal. See, I fell in love with
Family Madrigal. And now we love the family Madrigal.
you. Like
We the family Madrigal.
We swear to always help those around us and earn the miracle that somehow found us. The town keeps growing, the world keeps turning, but work and dedication will keep the miracle burning. Each new generation must keep the miracle burning.
Wait, who's the sister and who's the cousin? There's so many people.
How do you keep them all straight? Okay.
There's no brother.
So
Who is
many
it?
kids in our house, so let's turn
No, they're just sister because Mirabelle has sister Isabel and Lisa. We round up with Lotus, campaign drop, demonstration, and don't you get today. Little sisters, Isabel and Lisa. What's wrong, grateful? But the gravity, no, it's not. Those songs were worldwide. Oh, don't listen. Not that good.
But what's your gift?
Well, I got a good life of a Madrigal. But now you all know the family Madrigal. I never meant this to get autobiographical. We'll just review the family Madrigal. It's a problem. If you feel better with this one out of the whiskey and go. You got to enjoy the music well. You want to know what everyone else I get to sit and come and say.
What are you doing?
They were just asking about the family.
Food
Would
is.
you like to tell us about her super awesome gift?
Oh, Mirabel didn't get one.
Both boys and girls can't pass this game.
What if you didn't understand what he saw?
You better figure it out. Because it was coming.
This is my favorite song. It's just favorite song. Okay. I'm gonna go with my friend. My friend is just like my sister. Her name is Natalia. My sister's name is Nally. And my friend Natalia, she likes purple. And when my sister was young, she liked purple. And my friend Natalia had her glasses. She had literally the same thing as the glasses. And Natalia likes music or whatever. And I likes to do the song. Like I don't know. They probably like I don't know. Maybe the cousins. No.
We don't talk about you, but it was my world. You were so waiting there, getting ready, and there wasn't a cloud in the sky. Just a cloud in the sky. You were waltzing with the mist in the spring. You tell the story alright.
So mi vida go wrong.
No sé si tú
Busy umbrella. Understand. I don't really like that one. I'm speaking. And get some more. Hold on. Need more colors. Okay, white. Okay, look at this down. I'm just gonna.
And just like you said that all my hair would disappear. Now look at my hair.
Your fate is sealed when your prophecy is
Red. He told me that the life of my dreams would be promised and someday be mine. He told me that my power will grow like the grapes that thrive on the vine.
Mariano saw his way.
Told me that the man
of your dreams would be just out of reach.
He told to another.
It's like hey sis,
I want another soul out of you. I can hear him now.
Bruno. Yeah, about that Bruno. I really need to know about Bruno. Give me the truth and the whole truth, Bruno. He's a
Time for
so loud in the sky.
He told me that my power was broken. He took the step on mine.
I'm sorry.
Hello, I'm back. I got Takis and a banini. Oh yeah. What the heck is this? Oh.
Why'd you copy my picture? I didn't. That's you and Mom, and that's me and Mom. You're such a copycat. Didn't Mom tell you it's rude to stare? Why are you always copying everything that I do? Copy the babysitter when she gets here, okay?
Cause it ain't that cool. Ooh-wee. You should go and do your own thing. It's getting know the way you copy. It's better that you be unique. Cause there's already one of me. I told you 1, 2 times, not 3. I don't copycat you. You don't copycat me. Always trying to bite my style. Always trying to top my slay. I am in a different league. You and me are not the same. Okay, let's get it, let me break it down for you. It's been a minute since I broke it down. I called you out, so how about I run my mouth, cause you playing all these foolish games. Hey, copycat, why you like that? Do you do it all just to make me mad? Hey, copycat, why you like that? You should cut the act, and that's fast. Cause it ain't that cool. Ooh-wee. You should go and do your own thing. It's getting know the way you copycat me. It's better that you be unique. Cause there's already one of me. I told you 1, 2 times, not 3. I don't copycat you don't copycat me. One day you'll find your way. Do what you want, don't gotta explain. No, you don't gotta be boxed in. You don't gotta tread light with caution. Be loud, be you, be free. I would them all go and try some new things. I really wish you would listen. It's way more fun being different. Hey, copycat, why you like that? Do you do it all just to make me mad? Hey, copycat, why you like that? That's fine, cause it ain't that cool. Ooh-wee. You should go and do your own thing. It's getting know the way you copy. It's better that you be unique. Cause it's already one of me. No esperaba este efecto.
If you know what this is, I know what it is. I didn't want to tell you. It's like, you're like,
No es simétrico perfecto.
yeah, in Spanish. What else can I do? What else can I do? Not really. I go rose of roses, Lord in my own, Mother my own. I make perfect practice poses. so many times behind my smile. What could I do if I just in the morning? Do you know where you're going? What could I do if I just knew what the perfect? You should be, and you let me be. I heard that shouldn't be sick. Anyone, this is fun. And right, something now. I didn't pray on you. Don't you something like when you open your heart, how did it really go down? Not just the blossom you go. I see how you rise, how far you rise to the sky. Let's go. I have a chance that's on top. I should be. Salt to you, and I do want to. What I see, okay. I think this is just
Did it scare you? No?
a little bit.
Okay. There. Now I got you. So since it's October, we had to do more spooky videos, so here it is. Today we are doing phone numbers, not any other number. And I'm gonna be calling them on my phone. Before I start, please don't try any of these. I don't want anything to happen to you guys. I wouldn't put you at risk like that. That's why I'm doing it to myself. So if anything happens to me, it happens to me, and not you. Well, let me know on the site started warning. These numbers are said to be cursed and have an urban legend or creepy stories related to it. So whatever you do, don't call these numbers. I'm doing it for you guys. Don't do this. So the first one is, according to urban legends in Thailand, 999 is a cursed number. If you call it and make a wish, your wish will be granted, but however, you will die soon afterwards in a freak accident. You know what? I ain't no pussy. We gonna call with my real number. Alright, 999. Let's go. Oh.
Yeah, I get it. It's hot. What is this? What? I'm driving. Can you take me? Or take me? I'm talking about chest, don't worry. Unless you.
What the? Is that a girl falling? Oh my god, I need to catch her.
Dad.
Hi, my name is Mimi. My dad used to be a construction worker. He passed away after an accident at work. At that time, my mom was a housewife. After my dad's passing, she had to find a way to make money. She started to clean people's houses. It was hard work, but it paid our rent and bills. Unfortunately, my mom started having problems with her eyes and lost 60% of her sight. It affected her work. People didn't want to hire her anymore. Soon we ran out of money. We couldn't pay our rent. To buy food, we had to start selling our furniture. Eventually, the thing we feared most happened and we got evicted. My mom and I started living on the street. I learned that when you're desperate, you get used to anything. I used to feel shy asking my dad for pocket money. Now I had no problem coming up to strangers and asking, "Do you have any change? My mom and I haven't eaten since yesterday." We were actually hungry and needed every penny we could get. We slept in the park. My mom tried her best to keep my spirits up. She would say, "Honey, please don't let this get you down. Think of it as camping. Your dad is watching us from above. If you're sad, he'll be sad too. We're a family. Families have good days and bad days. These days will pass." One day, as I was panhandling, a luxury car stopped in front of me. The man in the back seat asked, "Do you have parents?" "I have a mom," I said. "Take me to her. I have an offer for both of you," he said, catching me by surprise. When I looked inside the car, I saw a girl about my age. She was crying. When the man saw the worried look on my face, he said, "Don't be scared. This is my daughter. You'll soon find out what this is all about." I took them to my mom. The man told us, "My name is Kevin McCarthy, and this is my spoiled daughter, Yasmin. I'm in the oil and gas business. I am a billionaire, but I haven't done a good job of raising my daughter. For her birthday, I gave her a plane. You know what she said? It's too small." He turned to my mom and said, "My daughter doesn't appreciate what she has. Let's have our daughter switch places for a week. Yasmin will live with you in the park, and meanwhile, your daughter will live in my house. In exchange, I will buy you a house." I knew my mom wouldn't like this idea. Before she could say anything, I said, "Mom, please say yes. I'll switch places with Yasmin for a week. This would be good for both of us." My mom said, "You would be living with strangers. I don't think it's a good idea." "Mom, please, it's only for a week and then we won't be homeless anymore. We can't miss this opportunity," I pleaded with her. My mom wasn't convinced, but she said yes because she didn't want to upset me. Yasmin could see that her father was serious. She got even more upset. "Dad, I cannot live here. These people stink. Do you think this is the life your daughter deserves? You are always scared of me being kidnapped for ransom. What if they kidnap me?" But her father wouldn't hear of it. He said, "You need this experience. I'm sure you'll finally learn a thing or two. Don't worry about getting kidnapped. The bodyguards will be watching you, but you won't see them. And you'd better start being nice to this lady because she's going to be your mom for a week." I was upset that Yasmin said we stank. I handed her the cup I was holding. "You will need this when you're panhandling. Tell them you're hungry. That's the only thing that works. And you will actually be hungry. By the way, you better get used to our smell because starting tomorrow you will smell just like us," I said. Mr. McCarthy seemed to like what I said. He told Yasmin, "Being homeless will teach you a lot. Look, you've already learned something," and laughed. Then he turned to me. "Young lady, we can go whenever you're ready. You will be our daughter for a week. I'm sure you'll like it." I wasn't very comfortable with the idea of leaving my mom at the park, but I kept thinking about the fact that after a week, we wouldn't be homeless anymore. We drove for an hour before arriving at the mansion. It was in the middle of a large property. It was the biggest house I'd ever seen. There were 2 smaller buildings next to it. I would later find out that one of them was for the staff and the other for clothes. The family had so much clothing that they needed a whole building to store it. A woman welcomed us at the entrance. This was Miss Samantha, who was in charge of managing the residence. Mr. McCarthy said, Mimi will be our guest for a week. Treat her just like you would Yasmin. Miss Samantha took me to Yasmin's room. It was even more lavish than I'd imagined. As I looked around in awe, Miss Samantha asked, would you like to take a shower? Of course I did. I spent so much time in the shower that Miss Samantha had to knock on my door and ask, is everything okay in there? She had prepared pajamas for me. I put them on and went to bed. It'd been a while since I slept in a regular bed. However, I felt sad when I looked up and saw the ceiling instead of the stars. I'd gotten used to falling asleep looking at the sky. I wondered what my mom was doing. I was sure she was thinking about me at that moment. It was only the first night I was spending without her, and I was missing her already. Next morning after breakfast, Miss Samantha took me to the wardrobe building. Yasmin's clothes took up an entire floor. I was so surprised that I screamed. She has so many clothes! Miss Samantha said, Yasmin wears each outfit only once. It's her mother's wish. Why? I asked. So that her mother can buy her more clothes, she replied. It sounded weird to me, but I didn't say anything. Will I be meeting Yasmin's mother? I asked. Unfortunately, she's traveling for work at the moment. She's only home 3 days a month, she said. When I heard that, I felt sad for Yasmin. Seeing my mom only 3 days a month would never be enough for me. The next evening, Yasmin's dad took me out to dinner. When we walked in the restaurant, I couldn't believe my eyes. We were the only customers there. The entire staff was there just for us. This 5-star restaurant was closed to the public. When I asked why, Mr. McCarthy sighed. You might think that being rich is amazing, but this life has its challenges. You can't just go out to dinner like normal people. You have to pay to reserve the whole restaurant, so we're the only people here. Firstly, it's for our safety. Wealthy people have a lot of enemies. But also it's because people constantly ask us for money. Charities, NGOs, entrepreneurs, you name it. Everyone wants to get money from us. So if there were other people here, we wouldn't be able to have dinner in peace. After that evening, I never saw Yasmin's dad at home again. He had to travel for work all the time as well. When I first met Yasmin, I thought she was a spoiled brat, but when I realized what her life was actually like, I started to feel sorry for her. Money obviously makes life easier, but if you value family life like me, being a billionaire is not something to envy. Days went by very slowly. I missed my mom so much. Finally, the week was up. I was so excited when I woke up. Miss Samantha came in and said, Yasmin's mother came home last night. She will take you to your mother. Yasmin's mother and I got in the car. She said to me, thanks so much for helping us out. Yasmin needed this experience. I'm sure she learned what a gift it is to be wealthy after seeing what it's like to be homeless. I bet she'll start crying the second she sees me and say, Mom, get me out of here. We got to the park and got out of the car. We started walking. We saw my mom and Yasmin having breakfast on the grass. They were chatting and laughing. When my mom saw me, she got up and embraced me. We hugged for a long time. She smelled awful, but I missed that stink. Yasmin also gave me a hug and said, the week just flew by. Mimi, you are so lucky. You have an amazing mom. She also stank like a homeless person now. Yasmin's mother told my mom, thank you for looking out for my daughter. But she seemed to be disappointed. She had expected Yasmin to be desperate, but in fact, she looked really happy. She said, honey, aren't you happy to see me? I missed you so much. When Yasmin didn't respond, she laughed and said, well, maybe you haven't missed me, but I'm sure you've missed your old life. Yasmin got upset. Mom, I don't think you missed me. When was the last time you, Dad, and I had dinner together? I can't even remember. I don't think the 3 of us have sat at the same table in years. I haven't missed my normal life at all. I had the best meals of my life in this park. I hadn't slept this well in a long time. You know what I realized out here? The only thing a person my age needs is parents who are paying attention to them.
Oh, it's quite a good.
Now Yasmin's mother was mad.
Okay.
How can
What is
you be
it? Bye.
so ungrateful? Your father and I give you everything. You
Love that.
complain for your birthday. What else can we do for